Today I want to talk about 6 types of liquor license that you can get in South Africa. This video will help you decide which one is suitable for you. To those that are hosting events, to those, things like that, there's a license that you can apply. You don't need a permanent license. There's a temporal license you can apply to sell alcohol in your own event. Well, I think that sounds good, hey? There are a lot of categories. I think things that maybe you didn't know that you can do or incorporate in your event, well, you will find them in this video. Don't worry about that. But do I support that people should be drinking alcohol? No, it's not what I support, especially as a Christian. I cannot be going around and say people must be drinking alcohol. However, I'm sharing this information because others might be interested in this type of things. Then let me rather share, right? Okay, but before I share, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you, and that is you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below, because doing that, guys, it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. Right, latest stats, it has been reported Uguti in South Africa we have seen a growth as far as alcohol sales is concerned. In 2022, a South African brewery South African brewery, or ABNB, which is a Belgium company based in South Africa, in the sales of alcohol, they reported that there was 30.7% increase in alcohol. Let me repeat this. This stat is so shocking because a lot of you believe that people are poor, people are getting poor, but for some strange reasons, people have money for alcohol. Remember I said in 2022, they said they have received a growth of 30.7, guys, 30.7% growth. Maybe you don't understand when I say 30.70% growth, 30.7% growth. If you're looking at it just from maybe 100 rand, it doesn't make sense. But if you're looking at the perspective that I'm about to give you, then it makes sense. The same company in 2016, they've reported that they made a profit in SAO of 1.27 trillion rand. In 2016, they made that profit. Now, let's say you don't count 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. You just don't count that. You just say 2016 and 2022. They have received a 30.7% growth. Then counter 1.27 trillion rand and then put a 30.7% growth in that and tell me the outcome. That's why you see that this is a big number that should worry you. I was so shocked in 2016 that people, they buy alcohol to a point that they 1.27 trillion rand in just 1 year. 1 year. Then you see an increase of 30.7%. Hey guys, come on. What's going on in this country? But nevertheless, that's not what you are here for, because I'm a Christian, so I get worried when people consume alcohol. Footing this one, it worries me even further. But nevertheless, we're not here for that. Let's get into the type of licenses that we have, right? We've got 6 of those licenses that you can apply, and you get an explanation. Like liquor license, also referred to as alcohol license, liquor permit, or liquor license certificate, is what you need if you want to sell alcohol in South Africa, right? So let's start with number 1. Number 1 is called micro manufacturer for both on and offsite consumption. They say a license to micro manufacturer sells liquor for consumption both on and off the premises where the liquor is sold. Examples: wine farm, wine cellar, brewery, distillery. Number 2, you've got on-site consumption, a license to sell liquor to consumption on the specific premises where the liquor is sold. Example: a restaurant, coffee shop, guest house, hotels, shebeens, pubs, whatever. Number 3, it's called off-site consumption, a license that allows you to sell your liquor from the premises or online, wherever the liquor must be taken away and consumed off the premises. Example, liquor store, online sales, right? Number 4, it's called on and offsite consumption only under exceptional circumstances. A license allowing customers to consume alcohol drink with a meal, but also purchase closed bottles of liquor for consumption of the premises, right? Then yeah, guys, that was number 4. Then you've got what we call it temporary liquor license. Okay, remember I said to you guys, if you are doing your event, if you've got an event but you want to sell alcohol and you're not a person that usually does those events, you just do an event maybe one in 5 months, then you apply for this temporal license, what, right? So this is where people like that, this is where you come in, right? Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is called standard temporal license. This license is for when you have a valid permanent liquor license but wants to sell your liquor from a different but temporal venue. For an example, you want to sell your beer at a festival. Temporal liquor license can run up to 14 consecutive days as a time, but cannot be granted for more than 30 days. Then there's number 2, event license, right? This is the license you need if you are hosting an event like a fundraiser or festival and you want to sell alcohol. As the host of the event, you will need a liquor license. The individual seller that your event will need their own separate license. This means you are not usually a seller of alcohol. You are not in the trade. Your event is one of anyone above the age of 18 who has not been disqualified can apply for an event license, right? So I'll give an example. Not long ago, we had the likes of Abo Sims, right, hosting an event called, I think it was called Chilla's Well. I wasn't there because of some commitment, but okay, people like that can create an event, and in that event they can sell alcohol on site, and whatever money or however money you spend on that one, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need somebody with a license to come and sell their alcohol yourself. But I must state categorically clear that I, as a Christian, I cannot advocate for people to drink alcohol. I cannot advocate for people to smoke. It's the same way as I cannot advocate for people to beat their wives and their wives. Look, I cannot advocate for women to walk naked on the street. They call it freedom. I cannot advocate for all of those things. You know what I'm saying? I cannot advocate for any violence against each other, be it men or women. I cannot advocate for scammers. I cannot, all those sorts of behaviors are against my belief as a Christian. However, I was just sharing this information to say, yeah. And lastly, guys, if it wasn't the fact that I was a Christian, guys, I would have been rich out of cigarette, because I happened to look at the time. I got a place where I could buy a box, a big box, around 18,000 rand, and we calculated that box would have given me about 50,000 rand in profit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but being a Christian, I'm just showing you the journey of a Christian, the sacrifices that we make. We had to make sacrifices like that, and I did make those sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? As a Christian, it's always a difficult thing, but yeah. When there are opportunities that you cannot take as a Christian, mind you, me as a Christian, I'm advocating for prostitution, that a person, they must do whatever they want with their bodies. It's their bodies at the end of the day. No, it's against Christian principles, and I cannot advocate for that. To get the point, yeah. So at the end of the day, as Christians, we must put our feet down and say, this is what I cannot do. However, then you must ask yourself a question of saying, but Bongane, you drink wine. Well, that has been medically recommended, and I'm only drinking wine that is, look, when I get to a shop, I usually, if it's not Woolworth, because it's only Woolworth that sells a wine that is proper. It's not beat. It's nice. That wine is very nice, but I even on Woolworth, I buy the smallest in percentage. Pick and Pay, ShopRite. I hate those wines because they are alcohol. But the wine here, say Woolworth, I can even buy the 750 bottle and drink it, all of it, and I feel nothing. But the one there is a Pick and Pay, same percentage, look, with the same wine you can buy at Woolworth, but wow, the one you buy at Pick and Pay, I can't. So I'm saying, you might see me buying that. I usually buy it because it is medically recommended, because of certain conditions that you need to consume at least, I need to consume at least 1 glass of wine, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm also I've got a lot of health problems, so the fastest way that I could recover from that, it was me drinking wine. Apart from that, I'm not a person that drink wine, and even in these shops, I only buy the one who got 7.5 percentage, and that's it. I don't go above, you know what I'm saying? I don't go. Actually, the truth is, I don't even know how it feels to be drunk. Just for the sake of the information, I'm always seeing people drunk, and I'm like, how does it feel to be drunk? I always ask that question, how does it feel to be drunk? But then, yeah, let me leave it there. Yeah, I hope this information has helped you, to make your own choices. Yeah, in the next video, good people. But until that next video, please take care.